Welcome to OnFinality's customer interview series, where we learn more from leaders in the blockchain space and how OnFinality's infrastructure helps them build the decentralized future faster. My name is Rob, head of growth at OnFinality, and today it's our distinct pleasure to have William from SORA Network to join us for a chat on how they're using OnFinality's expertise in powering their mission-critical blockchain infrastructure. Hey, William, how's it going?
Hi, Rob. Nice to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
Great. And can you tell the viewers a little bit about SORA Network and what it's trying to achieve?
Sure, yeah. So SORA is an on-chain governance system based around the XOR token, which allows producers to make proposals for funding, and all token holders make decisions on how to allocate ZOR so that the best goods and services are created. So the goal of SORA is to create a new economic order with a supranational governance system. So through democratic governance and capital allocation, SORA seeks to unite people across many worlds. SORA development is currently following the SORA integrated plan, and it is a decentralized community governed project, so anyone can propose milestones to be added.
Yeah, interesting. To unpack it a little bit for the average person, it seems like from the outside that essentially it's effectively almost like a DeFi protocol, where you then have the ability to create all sorts of interesting services and things around that because of your philosophy towards like general economics and so on, and maybe taking the lessons from some projects and things, or maybe in the general world that's failed in the past. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. It would, we have a DeFi platform, which is Polkadot on the network, but I'd say it's more working towards being an economic system. So yeah, I guess a way to simplify it is to make cryptocurrencies be more like money and less speculative.
Yeah, I saw you have the SORA Economic Forum and some really interesting things there, a whole series of talks and things about the philosophy behind it. How then how will you go from like where you are today to that future vision, which is, quite ambitious around kind of that economic model being more pervasive, and SORA or SOAR being kind of at the heart of that?
Yeah, the Economic Forum is actually really, really interesting. If people would like to watch it, I guess we can share a link later. But yeah, I think the main way that we can go through that, I guess, is beginning with a lot of education to the users of the cryptocurrency and the members in the crypto ecosystem, for them to learn of the advantages that this has over the more traditional systems. I guess it is difficult to implement something new, and there's always going to be this adversity to change. But I think we are working very hard towards leveling up cryptocurrencies, as it were.
Sure. And so do you, from a like a day-to-day perspective, in terms of like advancing that goal, are you trying to convert business to being, operating on the platform, or government, or both?
I would say both. Well, business, definitely there's a focus on getting products and goods and services I mentioned earlier to be funded by ZOR, and for people to accept ZOR as the currency for these goods and services. So yeah, kind of make it more of a circular economy instead of just trading.
I saw there was a wine related business involved. Do you have other examples of companies that are already kind of on board, or maybe a sector that you're focusing on?
Yeah, so at the moment we are working very closely with Noir, which I think is the first phygital product out there. But no, we're actually looking for more services and products to integrate to SORA so that they can participate in the SORA economic system.
Okay. Okay, cool. And also, it's quite interesting. See, you guys are behind or about to launch the SORA credit card or debit card, which is like totally like self self-custodial crypto wallet. Can you share more about that?
Yeah, definitely. We're very excited for the launch of the SORA card, and it is a debit card backed by decentralized exchange. So unlike the other options that currently exist, which are backed by centralized exchanges, this is going to be quite the game changer, since it's going to be a level up in terms of privacy and in terms of user ownership, and it's also going to help add more value to, I think, the different tokens that exist in the ecosystem at the moment.
Because you'll be able to pay with a number of different cryptocurrencies, right? And those transactions also won't be tracked in the normal manner.
You'll be able to top up your card with these currencies, but yeah, I think in order for the SORA card to provide its TradFi banking services, we have to be compliant with the different regulations that exist.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side of the matter, on the crypto side, yeah, that will be fully self-custodial.
Awesome. And what countries is that going to be available in? Was that worldwide?
Yeah, it's going to be available worldwide, but we're going to be adding currencies that are compatible with the card. So it starts with the euro, and then it's going to go to US dollar in Q1 2023, and then we're going for British pound as well.
Okay, great. And outside of that as well, you mentioned you have the DEX, and given all of the issues in the last, well, still ongoing, I guess, with a lot of FUD about centralized exchanges and some real stuff that's happened with centralized exchanges. Can you share more about what the latest is on the DEX side, and how maybe these current events are helping you or maybe hurting you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the FTX fiasco has shaken people's belief in cryptocurrencies, but we think that this is a good opportunity for decentralized finance to shine. I mean, the road ahead of us is very long, and we need to work very hard to help people understand the advantages of self-custody. And yeah, I mean, The Economist was mentioning in November that crypto is dead, but I think we're definitely very far away from that.
Several, isn't there a site when how many times crypto died or something? And it's
Exactly. Yeah,
a
people
couple
are
hundred
finding
times.
it's ongoing, dying and coming back to life. But yeah, I think the road ahead of us is pretty clear. And although it has its disadvantages, I mean, I think the main reason why centralized exchanges would be so popular is because of the advantage of not having to take care of your keys, or not having to remember your passwords. I think it's a bit of a trade-off for the advantages that self-custody gives you in terms of just simply owning your assets, avoiding such situations.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out in the next few years, and how governments are also going to react to some of these things, right? And I guess that maybe puts you guys in a great position, because you're already thinking at a much larger level about some of these things, and how their things should be based on real economics, rather than conjuring up some fake value within some tokens and so on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you can see there are a lot of projects where it's more of tokenomics instead of economics. So it makes definitely a lot of sense that economic policies are applied to cryptocurrency, because at the end of the day, what we're seeking to do is to change the perspective or the perception of cryptocurrencies.
Yeah. Can you, I guess maybe around that, can you share some of the challenges that SORA's had getting to this point, and how you've overcome them?
Yeah, definitely. So I would say that the main challenge in this particular aspect is mainly user understanding of what cryptocurrencies are, of what blockchain technology is, of how it all works. And I think that is definitely something that is a big obstacle even today, after a lot of liquidity being put into crypto projects, and a lot of time that they've still been there. There is still this very big lack of understanding of users of how it works and what the advantages are. On the other hand, I think a lot of a lot of the perception of people that people have, the ones who then would have a better understanding of it, but then want to see it more as a tool for enrichment or a security, or I don't know, something that they can gamble with and make a profit, is still very, very pervasive. And so we need to start seeing cryptocurrencies more like currencies than actual, gambling or chips to stack.
Yeah, absolutely. I think obviously, given the current market conditions, it's definitely going to help. Weed out a lot of actors in that space, and already has, I guess. Maybe still a few skeletons in the closet, but I think there's definitely that next evolution to make it even more credible and move away from some of the shady stuff that has been in the past, and really capture that what everyone believes it's capable of. In terms of OnFinality, we've had a long history of providing scalable API infrastructure for the Polkadot ecosystem and been behind Sora from early days. Can you tell us more about how you found out about OnFinality and how these services benefit builders in Sora?
Yeah, definitely. So we found about OnFinality when we were analyzing blockchain indexing services so that we could provide functionality to our client applications, and we stumbled upon subquery. So we immediately understood the variety of use cases that the overall OnFinality ecosystem can give us. Specifically, for Sora, one of our mainnet nodes is running as a dedicated OnFinality node service. So this increases the availability of our blockchains.
And how's that infrastructure help grow the Sora community and achieve, help you work on your vision?
Yeah, well, I mean, it provides a more, well, as I mentioned, it increases the availability so people are able to use the services, and there are stable nodes that are backing the blockchain in the situation where other user nodes are maybe not. We don't have a full amount of nodes available, or there's some issues with user nodes, but it is very helpful because we also get a lot of insights about the blockchains, and on the OnFinality side, there are constant improvements going on. So yeah, it gets better to use the service, and we can then provide more availability to users.
Awesome. And William, you're head of the ecosystem at Sora. Super interesting role. Do you have any advice for people who are looking to get into Web3 and make it a career?
Yeah, definitely. I would say that you need to stay current with all the news. This is a space that changes and improves and evolves, and there's so many developments every day that just keeping on top of everything is pretty much a full-time job. So it sounds a bit of a cliche, but I think doing your research will take you a long way. And also find a project that you believe in. Find not just go for a gimmick or for any thing that you think will bring some sort of quick profit, but actually try and look for a way in which you can improve, the lives of many, or improve society, or improve some aspect of life through the use of this technology.
Oh, great advice. Very good advice. Well, thanks for joining us today, William. It's been a pleasure talking to you and learning more about Sora and your economic vision for the future. If you'd like to learn more about Sora, you can go to their website. I'll also put a link in about the Sora Economic Forum. Lots of great material there. And if you're a Web3 builder and you want to get stuck in with Sora, you're at the right place. OnFinality is blockchain infrastructure made smarter. You can check out our website at app.onfinality.io and sign up for a private API key and access 500,000 daily responses for free. And once you're there, you can take your DApp to the next level, access all sorts of cool monitoring tools that give you all sorts of insights that William's mentioned, and understand the behavior of your users. Super easy. Check out our website for more information, or follow us on Twitter. Thanks again, William. Great to talk.
Thank you very much, Rob. Pleasure to be here.
Okay. Thank you.